Hey everyone, it's Shauna the Tax Goddess and Chief Tax Strategist for TaxGoddess.com, StrategicTaxCoach.com, and DropMyTaxes.com. I am super happy to be with you here today on our channel, Tax Strategies that Save Entrepreneurs Thousands each year. Here we are dedicated to helping business owners reduce their tax burdens in all the legal ways possible, and we are thrilled to be here with our special guest today. If you guys can't tell, this is the lovely Miss Casey Williams. And Casey Williams is an expert in bookkeeping and management financial statements, and she has this massive knowledge base. So I'm so excited to have her here with us today. So Casey, what topic are we going to be covering today?
I want to talk about organization.
Oh, okay. We'll see how this goes. I'm a little scared. Okay, so listeners, if this is your first time here with us today on Tax Strategies that Save Entrepreneurs Thousands, make sure you subscribe, click the little bell icon to be notified of all the new strategies and the organizations that we need to have as a business owner. And of course, remember that you can download our free ebook, 10 Ways to Save 10K right now, from any of our websites, TaxGoddess.com, StrategicTaxCoach.com, or DropMyTaxes.com for those do-it-yourselfers out there. So, Casey, are you ready to jump right in and tell us all about organization?
I am. Yes, I am.
Whew, okay, bring it on.
I know. Receipts. We all hate receipts. And I know hate's a pretty strong word, but I think we can all agree that keeping track of receipts is like awful. So if you use your smartphone, take a picture of that receipt, and then you can store it. So when it's 1,000,000 degrees in your truck and you can't read that receipt anymore, you still have a copy of what used to be on that piece of paper. You can store it by date, you can store it by category, you can store it basically however you want. You can keep it on a free Google Drive if you want to, just with your Gmail account. Or you can subscribe to apps and store it there. I know there's several like Receipt Bank or even QuickBooks online now. You can have an app for that and take a picture of it and it stores it right with your transaction. I tend to store mine with a date just so that they're in chronological order and I can find them. Sometimes we get them emailed to us, so how do you keep track of that? I have a folder inside my inbox that I just slide them into for like things like Skype or PayPal or some of those types of receipts that we get. And the only copy you get is through an email. And so I just store them in a folder. I just slide them into that folder. And then at the end of the year, I go in and I create a 2017 or 2018 folder and then put everything inside that folder. And I have it forever and ever. If I would need to go back and find something for a whatever it may be. Maybe you need to go back and see how long ago you bought something. I know we have a scanner in our office that we absolutely love. And when it quit, I wanted to know how long we had had that scanner. Had we had it 2 years, 3 years? Was it worth buying the same thing again? Or did I want to try a different brand? Sometimes we hear receipts and we think automatically, oh no, audit. Well, it may be. Maybe you need to go prove that you bought something. Because when you get in an audit, when you get a receipt, that's proof. The bank statement is kind of a roadmap for the auditor, but they're not going to take that bank statement as proof that you purchased something. You actually have to have a copy of the receipt. So if you have a digital copy, that will be sufficient, but you have to have a copy. Now, if maybe you're not real tech savvy and you don't really want to take a picture with your phone, I would recommend that you make a copy. Make a copy of that gas receipt or the Office Depot receipt. Most every retailer now has that laser scanner printer that when that paper gets warm, it's gone. Or sometimes you get an all black receipt. I'm not sure what the difference is, whether it's all white or all black, but you get both. So take a copy of it while it's a clean, legible receipt. And if you have real estate that you have multiple properties, I would recommend put on the top of it or somehow in the name of the file what property it goes with. So if you have 3 properties on the same street, put the address part, the number part of your address on that receipt so that 6 months from now whose refrigerator that receipt really belongs to. What house did that go in? When you're buying lumber to build a wall or drywall, you're not going to know 6 months from now what property that went to. So especially if you rehab and you flip and you do things over and over again, you have multiple projects going on at the same time, it's real tough to decide, was that a profitable project? Well, I'm not real sure. We did the two together, so I'm not sure which house that went in. That's real tough. So if you can help yourself out and be organized by taking pictures, naming them, putting, a description on it so that you're going to know what it is later, then you have those receipts when you need to go back and prove that you really bought that faucet and it really went in a rental, or you bought that refrigerator, or you paid for that fuel for that truck. It will save you, I promise, it will save you a ton of time, it will save you a ton of money, and most importantly, it will save you taxes. So it's very important that you stay organized. I know it's not something that's real fun to get caught up on, but if you stay current with it, it's real easy.
I was going to say, guys, build a habit. I know we've talked about building habits before. If you can force yourself to do it every time you swipe that credit card, swipe that debit card, whatever, every time, the first thing you do, pick up the receipt, photo, organize it. You'll build the habit, 21 days, I think, to build a habit?
Yeah, I think it is 21 days.
And you will be good. Build that habit, guys. Build the habit.
Yeah. I can't tell you how many pictures of dashes I have, or consoles and vehicles where they've taken those pictures and send them to me. I'm like, oh, you got a new truck. No, I was in my kid's truck or whatever. It's a great conversation piece when the background changes around the picture. We have those conversations sometimes. It's kind of funny.
I was going to say, I feel like there should be putting together like a timeline or something about like, oh, look, then you were in the car, and then you were having lunch, and then you went here, and then you did that. I love it. Yeah. All right. Well, thanks so much for joining us, Casey. We are super excited about your upcoming podcast with Tax Goddess Live. So for anybody here, please make sure you click subscribe, click the little bell icon to be notified of the full podcast with the awesome Casey Williams. We can't wait. And subscribe, right? We want to bring you guys tax strategies that are going to save you thousands. And you can find those, of course, here on the YouTube channel, but also on the Facebook page, on LinkedIn. Casey is on LinkedIn. Everybody's everywhere. Just do a search. Google will find everybody. But Casey Williams, Tax Goddess, you can absolutely find us. And of course, if you want to ask Casey a question herself, you might maybe be lucky enough to find her in our Facebook group, Tax Strategies That Save Entrepreneurs Thousands. So maybe, well, I know she's awesome and she might totally, but she's a busy lady. So you better get your questions in there early. Make sure you subscribe and check us out at taxgoddesslive.com. So signing off with Tax Love. Thank you so much, Casey, for being here today. And signing off, Shauna, your tax goddess and chief tax strategist. Thanks, guys. Bye.